Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to do my full review on the Tuya knives NV2. So this is a very cool knife, something I've very much enjoyed. You'll notice it's different than the last time you saw it. So try to make this short. I reached out to Dave Warren. He's the guy behind Tuya USA. And I've always been interested in this model right here. And I asked him if I could maybe get one on a discount or get one as a loaner to send back or whatever. Now, I was interested in the NV2 and the NV3. Only difference is carbon fiber and liner lock on the NV3. Same size and everything. And this is a titanium frame lock, still M390, all that good stuff. And he was gracious enough to send me a NV2 and an NV3. This one and a red/brown carbon fiber NV3, which I have now sent on to Kyle over at D2M Knives and Gear. He's checking those out now. And then what I wanted was the one with this look, but with black hardware. And he gave me a discount, and I bought one of those actually, and he shipped me one of those as well. So I had this one, the one with the black hardware, and then the NV3. I did the disassembly on the black hardware one because that's the one I owned, and I put it back together, and I never got the action just from before I took it apart till after. Tried tuning it, just never was this smooth. I mean, this is like friggin' butter. You saw there, I almost cut myself in the disassembly. So I asked him, like, hey man, this is weird. I'm a super picky dude. I'm OCD, and like I just can't get the one I own to be as good as this one you sent me. So, you know, I don't know what I could do there. And he's like, oh hey man, I'll send you another one that's tuned up perfectly, whatever, because he actually like hand tunes these once he gets them in, which is cool. And the black one with the black hardware just needed a little bit of break-in period. Sorry, some random car just pulled up. They're yelling at each other. Yo, Jesus. You guys catch any of that? Some random fucking car just pulled up in front of my neighbor's house. I'm like down the block from my house across the street. And just stuck their phone out the window, was taking a recording and started yelling. Something, I put my window down, I was like, something, you crazy stupid bitch. People are fucking nuts, man. Anyway, I'm strapped if I need it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. All my guns fell out in a boat accident I had the other night. Me and Kyle, we met up on the lake, and when we met up, the boats hit, and they started sinking, and we had to throw all the guns out to survive, and that's what happened. So anyway, what ended up happening was I was like, Dave, I'll just keep this one, right? With the, I keep waiting for the neighbor to look out the window and like see some dude in a car with a knife and freak out. All right, it was round two. Jesus. I apologize for all of that distraction, but I'm a little hyped up. Anyway, I was like, dude, I'll just keep this one and send the black hardware one on with the other two, because I was sending them to Kyle and some other reviewers to check out. Because obviously, you know, we're going to review them, get some videos out there for Tuya. You know, obviously we're giving our opinion, but it helps him. So anyway, he was cool with that because it helps all around. We don't have to be sending another knife and all this shit. So I wanted the black hardware one, but actually, now that I have this one, I really like it, actually. The plain kind of monochromatic look works for me as well. So, long story short there, the aesthetics. Absolutely love the aesthetics of this knife. I mean, you have this really cool handle here. I just love the design of it, you know, and then you have these nice little cutouts here. And, I mean, it just is a really cool looking knife. You have this, obviously, this kind of ramp here, sort of kind of poon spoon going on there into this ridiculous compound grind. Just looks absolutely amazing and stunning. I freaking love the look of this knife so much. And then when you get into ergonomics, it fits my hand like a flippin' glove. Like, it's crazy with these cutouts. You'd think it would be a real hit or miss situation, and maybe it is for some people. But for me, when I hold it back like this, the ramp fits perfectly where my thumb is. I get the jimping there. That's not too crazy, not too soft. Perfect jimping. And then I can even do a choke up on the flipper tab. So a flipper choil type deal that I tell people about, but I don't recommend, obviously, depending on what you're doing. And then I could choke up to here and have a little more control for more detailed things. Just, it's a home run ergonomically for me, to be honest. I didn't expect that going in, but it just feels so good in the hand. The carry on this knife is really cool. I guess, real backtrack to aesthetics, you'll see these micro milling lines all around the knife. And even on the clip, just really, really cool details. I really, really like that a lot, if I haven't stated that. And it has the flipper tab that I really like, kind of like the haptic. That's kind of the ideal flipper tab. It has this kind of jimping and like a shelf here. Man, these fuckers are just driving back and forth. Anyway, there's like this shelf here with jimping on it, and it just makes for the perfect kind of flip. And absolutely love that, along with that micro milling. But yeah, the carry with this clip, I was a little worried because it kind of comes down to like a point almost right here, which is a little bit odd. But it's not bad at all. So when it goes in and out of pocket, it's very smooth. The retention's really good. Yeah, it's a very solid carry. You do have a little bit sticking out, but it's a long enough knife that it doesn't become an issue at all. So carry is good. The cutting on this knife is exceptional. It has that compound grind I mentioned, so you have a really good hollow grind in the back here, and then a flat up here. It is a drop point, obviously. Usually you see that on a Tanto, but it is a drop point. It cuts extremely well. It's thin behind the edge. One thing I noticed that was odd is when I was cutting out like printer labels, shipping labels, usually you can feel the knife dig in and cut. This, you kind of like glided across the paper, but it cut. So it wasn't just like gliding because it's not sharp. It was gliding and cutting very well. It was really, really cool. I really enjoyed cutting with this knife. The sounds are good, guys. They're not like exceptional, killing it sounds, but they're definitely a plus. It's definitely like a 6-7 scenario on this guy. Really like it. The action, I mean, this is one of the places this knife really shines, guys. That D10 is dialed in. That flipper tab is perfectly shaped, and it just flies out. And then when you go to close it, you can either let it drop onto your nail, glide a little, and help it shake home. Very minimal shake. I mean, one little zzz, and it's down. Or you can actually hit the lock bar down here. The flipper tab will completely miss your thumb, right? And then it's down here already, and just boop, and it's done. Really, really cool action on this knife. The D10 is dialed basically, yeah, I mean, on my lefty EDC test, which I don't even do anymore, it technically fails sometimes, but it's almost there. And to be honest, I think it's a very, very good D10. Could it be the slightest bit stronger? Yeah, but then you'd have a little less of that drop shut probably. And you don't need it. I mean, you can lightning switch it. You can give it the old Dirk warning. Or you can do the push button. And it all works perfectly fine. And that close is just getting smoother and smoother. These are stock bearings in here. On the black hardware one, I tried swapping it to Gillian's or Skiff's, and it was the same either way with the stock or the regular, so I just put the regular ones back in, I think, ultimately. I think the video will show whatever I did, so you can always check that out. The value on this is another thing I really, really like. They are $230 or $220, $230 right now, at least on their website. I think they are available in both variations, and the NV3 if you're more of a liner lock guy, and if you're left-handed like me, liner lock makes more sense. I just really preferred the feel and the action of the titanium than the frame lock. So it's a little odd that I went with the frame lock, but it doesn't have any frame lock pressure type issues, as I have some issues. Like, I could put a little pressure on there and it's not like killing the flipper. Obviously it is a thing, but I've never had it happen. Like, the way I place my finger, it just always flips out. So that is something to note if you're more of a carbon fiber guy. The NV3 is definitely for you. A little lighter weight, liner lock. So you have those options. That's what I like, and it comes in the same package. So you don't have to decide, like, do I want the shorter, smaller one with the liner lock, or do I want the big-ass, massive one with the frame lock? It's the same knife. It's just liner lock carbon fiber. I really like that because this is a really good size EDC knife, guys. I guess I didn't really mention that. I would venture to guess it's like 3.4 inches on the blade. Just a perfect size knife, honestly, for me at least. For EDC, I have large glove-sized hands. Just fit absolutely perfectly on here. So I really enjoy it, guys. $230 for something with this well done fit and finish. Somebody keeps telling me that Tuya is somehow connected to Bestech or Kaiser or something, like they're part of Kaiser or Bestech. I know nothing about that. I just know them as Tuya. I do believe they do their own OEM work, so I'm not sure how that would work if they were part of another company. And I don't frankly care. What I do care about is the quality and how it is finished. And to me, this is a step above what I've seen from Kaiser for sure. And even Best, I mean, this is close. This is the closest I've seen to Riot quality from a Chinese manufacturer. And if it is Bestech, fine. Bestech did a great job then, whoever it is. But I'm going to look at it as Tuya. And Tuya, I mean, look at the tolerances. There's no gaps between the blade and the scales, like very minimal gaps. That's one way to tell how good a company does on tolerances, because they don't have a ton of wiggle room to put the blade in there, right? And then it's dead centered. The fit and finish, there's micro milling lines, just everything. The hardware is very deeply cut for tooling, just really pronounced tooling. Like I said, the flipper tab is done well. The blade, the grind, I mean, this compound grind, just everything is immaculate in my opinion, and it really makes me interested in Tuya knives, guys. Like, I want another Tuya. I'm gonna start looking for a Hive, I think is the Tanto. I don't know if they're available right now, so there's that. But yeah, guys, value is there. $230 for M390, a fantastic design, compound grind, fit and finish out the ass, fantastic action. That is a value to me. That price is perfectly fine and even good. Recommendations, guys, like I said earlier, especially right-handed, awesome, fantastic, this frame lock version. And then if you're left-handed, up to you. If you want to go with the carbon fiber and the liner lock to be safe, go for it. If you want to go for the frame lock like I did because you like titanium, go for it. Either one I think works either way. Obviously you don't have a reversible clip, but we've, you know, a lot of people at least have learned to carry righty or back left pocket. So really love this knife. Can't say really anything bad about it. I'm kind of doing another mini purge at the moment, and this has not even been a thought. I actually just posted the J-Cape 3.5 for sale. It's just a little bit wide and big and oddball. If I had endless funds, I would keep it. But I'm trying to, bring things in, and I've pre-ordered so much shit, and it's all that money is just out there right now. So I'm trying to bring some back in. But this was not even a thought. Like, I looked at it earlier, and I was like, oh yeah, the Tuya. And then I was like, oh, that fucker ain't going nowhere. Like, it's just a really good size. I really like this knife, guys. Can't tell, I've been rambling and ranting for probably way too long now. So yeah, guys, that is the full review of the Tuya ND2. Sorry about the distraction earlier. I think it's some teenage bullshit, I think they were yelling at like some girl. But yeah, guys, absolutely love this knife. Absolutely love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.